Have you ever found yourself wondering why some people seem to effortlessly attract admiration and respect, while others struggle to make an impact? Maybe you've questioned what sets apart truly intelligent individuals, the ones who stand out in a crowd, not just with their knowledge, but with the way they think and approach life. The answer lies in characteristics that most people overlook, yet these traits are essential for navigating both personal and professional success. In this video, we'll dive into the 9 characteristics that define truly intelligent people. Traits that 93% of the population don't possess. These qualities go beyond traditional IQ measures. They involve emotional intelligence, adaptability, and the ability to see the world from unique perspectives. By the end of this video, you'll not only recognize these traits in others, but also learn how to cultivate them within yourself. Trust me, you won't want to miss this, because understanding these key characteristics can drastically improve the way you navigate relationships, solve problems, and unlock your full potential. Stay with us until the end to uncover how these traits can change your life. If you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, I encourage you to click the subscribe button and ring the notification bell to stay updated on all our latest content. Your support means a lot, so if you find value in this video, please give it a thumbs up to help spread our message. I'm eager to hear your thoughts on today's topic. If you enjoy the content, please comment 1 below. If it doesn't resonate with you, leave a 0. Your feedback is crucial as it helps me create better videos that align with your interests. Now, let's get started. Have you ever found yourself wondering about the subtle, often overlooked signals a woman might give during an encounter that could reveal whether she's genuinely attracted to you or simply views you as a close friend? It's an interesting question, and one that many men don't spend enough time considering. The truth is, so many of us, perhaps even you, miss out on these tiny, yet incredibly powerful cues that have the potential to completely shift the dynamic of an interaction. These signals might be so faint that they seem almost invisible, but they carry a tremendous amount of meaning. If you could learn to read them accurately, imagine the impact it could have, not just in avoiding awkward rejection but in opening the door to deeper, more meaningful connections. The ability to pick up on these cues can be the difference between making a lasting impression or missing an opportunity altogether. And let's be honest, no one enjoys that sinking feeling of realizing they misread the moment. Interestingly, a study published in Psychological Science sheds light on how many men find it difficult to distinguish between signals of romantic interest and simple friendliness. It's a common issue. Sometimes, what you think might be flirting is really just politeness, or what you assume is indifference might be a subtle sign of attraction. If this sounds familiar, don't worry, you're certainly not alone in this. There's good news. You don't have to remain uncertain or confused about the cues women give off. In this video, we'll guide you through the process of recognizing these signals so you can become more aware and better equipped to interpret the feelings behind them. Mastering this skill could be a game changer, allowing you to approach situations with greater confidence and insight. Some might even say it's the kind of awareness that helps you embody the traits of a true alpha male, someone who is strong, sure of himself, but also sensitive to the emotions and boundaries of others. Before you dive into analyzing every look or smile, it's crucial to remember that not all women express attraction in the same way. Every individual is different, and what works as a sign for one woman might not hold true for another. That's why patience is so important when you're trying to interpret these subtle cues. Don't rush to conclusions based on a single gesture. Wait for patterns to emerge. First impressions can be deceiving, and while one sign might spark your curiosity, a series of consistent signals will give you more clarity. The ability to be patient isn't just a reflection of emotional maturity, it also demonstrates confidence. When you're patient, you give the other person the space to show their interest on their own terms, which creates a far more authentic connection. One of the clearest signs of romantic interest is sustained eye contact. When a woman holds your gaze for longer than usual, it's often an indicator that she's drawn to you. Eye contact is one of the most powerful forms of nonverbal communication, offering a direct line to someone's thoughts and feelings. Think of it as an unspoken invitation to get to know her better. The longer she holds that gaze, the more likely it is that she's feeling intrigued or captivated by your presence. It's almost as if, in those moments, words are unnecessary. Her eyes are telling you everything you need to know about her interest. And in the dance of attraction, eye contact can be the first step. But eye contact is only one piece of the puzzle. A woman's body language often speaks louder than words, and if you're paying attention, you can learn a lot from the way she moves, gestures, and positions herself around you. Women are incredibly adept at using body language to communicate interest, often in ways that are subtle yet unmistakable if you know what to look for. For example, one of the classic signs of attraction is when a woman begins to play with her hair more frequently when she's around you. It might seem like a small, insignificant gesture, but it's often a sign of nervous excitement, an unconscious way of showing that she's interested. It's as if her hands are trying to draw your attention in a playful and flirty manner, even if she isn't fully aware she's doing it. Another common body language cue is the way she interacts with her lips. If she's attracted to you, she might display sensual gestures, like slightly parting her lips while she listens to you, or subtly biting or licking them. These are involuntary movements that often happen when someone is feeling drawn to another person. It's a way of emphasizing the mouth, which can be an intimate and alluring feature. These small, almost instinctual actions can reveal a lot about her level of interest, even if she hasn't said anything explicitly. Beyond these physical signs, one of the most important things to remember is that human attraction often unfolds in layers. The first layer might be a glance, a touch, or a playful comment, but deeper connections are built on more than just physical cues. Emotional and intellectual compatibility play a massive role in how relationships form and grow. As you engage with a woman, pay attention not only to her body language, but also to how she responds to deeper conversations. Is she genuinely interested in what you have to say? Does she ask thoughtful questions or offer insights of her own? When someone is attracted to you on more than just a surface level, their interest in who you are as a person becomes much more apparent. This kind of engagement signals a desire for connection that goes beyond the physical. At the same time, it's important to be aware of the signals you're sending out. Attraction isn't a one-way street, and the way you carry yourself can have a significant impact on how a woman perceives you. Are you projecting confidence without arrogance? Are you making her feel comfortable and valued? How you listen, respond, and interact will play a major role in determining whether the connection you're building is sustainable. If you're calm, respectful, and genuinely interested in her, she's far more likely to respond positively. Confidence is attractive, but it's the combination of confidence and emotional intelligence that truly sets you apart. To really understand these signals, you must approach every interaction with empathy and respect. The goal is not to decode a woman's feelings like a puzzle, but to foster genuine connections where both parties feel seen and understood. Remember, not every glance or smile is an invitation for romance, and the key is to observe and interpret without forcing anything. Building a relationship, whether it's a casual connection or something more serious, takes time, and the best relationships are those that grow organically. When you're patient and attentive, you'll be able to see the signs more clearly, and you'll also have a much better chance of creating something real and lasting. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment number 1 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. So next time you're in an interaction with a woman and wondering where her thoughts might be, take a moment to step back, observe, and let things unfold naturally. The signals are there, but they often require a calm and steady approach to fully understand. If you can learn to pick up on these cues, while also being mindful of your own, you'll find that creating meaningful connections becomes much easier. And with that said, we'd love to hear your thoughts on this. Have you noticed any of these signals in your own experiences? Feel free to share your stories or ask any questions in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you never miss any of our upcoming videos. We're here to help you build better, more fulfilling relationships, and we'll see you in the next one. The mouth, an often overlooked yet incredibly telling source of subtle attraction cues, can reveal so much more than words ever could. If you notice a woman licking her lips or mentioning that her mouth feels dry, it's likely not just a random observation. These actions are often designed to draw your attention to her lips, which are intimately connected to attraction and desire. It's an indirect, yet powerful, way of signaling her interest in a physical connection. These small, seemingly insignificant gestures can be a way for her to communicate attraction without having to say it out loud. It's as if she's inviting you to pay attention to her, to see her in a new light. Another fascinating behavior to watch for is when she begins to mirror your actions. Mirroring is when someone subconsciously imitates your gestures or movements, like taking a sip of her drink right after you take a sip of yours, or crossing her legs in the same way you do. This isn't just a coincidence. It's a classic sign of attraction and rapport, indicating that she's aligning herself with you on a subconscious level. When someone mirrors you, they're showing comfort and connection, an unspoken way of saying, "I feel a bond with you." It's one of those subtle yet powerful signals that can often go unnoticed if you're not paying attention, but once you see it, it's clear that something deeper is at play. One of the clearest signs that her attraction is becoming more pronounced is when she starts to offer compliments, specifically about your physical traits. Compliments like, "You've got strong arms," or "Your chest looks good in that shirt," are not random remarks. These are highly personal and deliberate compliments, and they're her way of letting you know she's attracted to you on a physical level. Such comments go beyond the surface and are often her way of signaling that she's paying attention to the details of your appearance, finding you attractive in a way that's more than just casual. When she takes the time to compliment specific parts of your body, she's subtly telling you that her interest has moved from friendly to something more intimate. At the core of understanding female attraction is your ability to pick up on these small, often unspoken cues. A glance, a touch, a smile. Each one is a clue inviting you to explore a deeper connection if you're aware enough to notice. The real art of attraction lies in your ability to interpret these signals with patience, confidence, and above all, respect. It's not about dissecting every little thing she does, but rather about being present and observant. These cues are her way of inviting you into her world, of giving you a chance to see her interest, and of allowing the connection to build naturally. So the next time you're spending time with a woman you're drawn to, take a moment to really tune into her body language. You might find that the signals you've been looking for are already there, just waiting for you to recognize them. Now, let's touch on a topic that often feels a bit taboo: discussing sex. For many women, the subject of sex is one that carries a lot of social and emotional weight. Due to ingrained societal norms, talking about sex openly can sometimes feel uncomfortable or off-limits. There's often a hesitancy, a sense of needing to be cautious about the topic, or avoiding it altogether. However, when a woman feels secure enough in your presence to discuss sex without any sign of discomfort or embarrassment, it's a signal worth paying attention to. This level of openness suggests that she not only trusts you but may also be testing the waters for a deeper, more intimate connection. It's a sign that she's comfortable enough to explore a subject that is typically personal and private, and in many cases, this kind of candid conversation indicates that she's interested in you on a physical level. When a woman feels comfortable enough to discuss sex openly with you, it's a significant sign that she sees you as someone she can be vulnerable with. This kind of openness is rare and should be treated with respect and care. Her willingness to talk about such an intimate subject shows that she's interested in more than just surface-level interactions. It suggests she's contemplating a deeper connection, perhaps even considering the possibility of physical intimacy. By being open about sex, she's communicating her trust in you, and that trust is a key component of building a meaningful relationship. Touch is another form of communication that speaks louder than words. If she reaches out to touch you frequently during the conversation, a gentle touch on your arm, a playful nudge, or even resting her hand on your shoulder, this is her way of breaking down physical barriers and signaling her comfort with being close to you. Physical touch is one of the most powerful ways to express emotion and connection, and when she initiates that contact, it's a clear indication that she wants to strengthen the bond between you. These seemingly small gestures, like casually brushing your hand or playfully bumping into you, are often her way of testing the waters, seeing how you respond to her touch. It's her invitation to take the interaction to a more physical level, a sign that she's comfortable with physical closeness and may want to explore it further. In many cases, when a woman feels attracted to you, she will look for opportunities to initiate touch. Whether it's during a light-hearted moment or in the middle of a deep conversation, her touch is a way of creating a connection that goes beyond words. The frequency and nature of her touch often reveal how comfortable she feels with you, and when touch becomes a regular part of your interaction, it's a strong sign that she's interested in developing a more intimate relationship. Touch is one of the most primal forms of human connection, and when she's initiating it, she's offering you an opening to deepen the relationship. But it's not just about her signals, it's also about how you respond to them. Understanding female attraction requires more than just recognizing these cues. It also involves responding thoughtfully and appropriately. When she initiates touch, how do you react? Are you reciprocating her gestures, or are you pulling away? Your body language and actions are just as important as hers. Responding with respect, confidence, and a calm demeanor will only reinforce her comfort with you, allowing the attraction to grow naturally. Attraction is a delicate balance, and it's essential to approach these moments with empathy and understanding. Not every signal is an invitation for something more, and not every touch or compliment means she's ready to dive into a deeper relationship. But when you learn to recognize these subtle cues and respond in kind, you'll be able to navigate the complexities of attraction with greater confidence and ease. The key is to let the connection build at its own pace, without rushing or forcing anything. By being present, respectful, and attentive to her signals, you'll create an environment where deeper connections can flourish naturally. In conclusion, attraction is not always about grand gestures or overt actions. It's about the little things, the soft touches, the casual compliments, the subtle mirroring, that reveal how someone truly feels. By paying attention to these cues and responding with care, you can unlock the potential for a meaningful connection. Whether it's through touch, conversation, or body language, these signals are invitations to explore something deeper, and with patience and respect, you can turn those moments into lasting relationships. So the next time you're with a woman and wondering where her thoughts lie, take a step back, observe the small details, and trust your instincts. The signs are often right in front of you, waiting to be discovered. Picture this. You're at a bustling nightclub, the music pulsing through the air, the atmosphere alive with energy, and all around you, people are absorbed in the fun of the night. Everyone is in high spirits, dancing, talking, and enjoying the moment. Amid this sea of energy, you've been spending time with a woman who seems genuinely engaged in your conversation, laughing at your jokes, and connecting with you on more than just a surface level. As the night progresses, her friends begin to trickle out, one by one, calling it a night. But she stays. She chooses to remain there with you, even though she had the option to leave. This isn't a casual decision, it's a deliberate one, and it speaks volumes. It's her way of signaling that she values your company, that she's enjoying the connection, and that she wants to see where the night might lead. By choosing to stay behind, she's subtly telling you that she's not ready for the night to end, and more importantly, she's not ready for your interaction to end. It's as though she's quietly saying, "I want to spend more time with you." This act of staying behind is often a significant indicator of interest. It shows that she's comfortable with you, intrigued by the dynamic between you two, and willing to extend the time you're spending together. In the crowded, lively environment of a nightclub, this small decision can carry a lot of weight. It's a signal that your connection still has room to grow, and she's open to exploring that possibility. When a woman makes this kind of choice, it's rarely accidental. It's her way of expressing interest in a subtle but meaningful manner. Now, let's move beyond the nightclub and talk about what can happen after a date. You've had a great evening. Maybe you shared dinner, had some laughs, and enjoyed each other's company. As the night winds down, she invites you back to her place for a drink. On the surface, it might seem like a friendly, casual gesture. But more often than not, there's a deeper layer to that invitation. When a woman invites you into her personal space, it's a significant moment. Her home is her sanctuary, a private place where she feels most comfortable and in control. By welcoming you into this space, she's offering you a level of trust and intimacy that goes beyond a typical night out. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment number 2 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. This isn't just about sharing a drink, it's about letting you into a more personal part of her life. While it might initially appear as a simple act of hospitality, the underlying message is one of comfort, trust, and a desire to continue the connection. The invitation itself often signals that she's open to taking the relationship to a more intimate level. It's a clear sign that she's comfortable enough with you to extend the boundaries of your interaction, moving beyond the public sphere into a more private and personal space. In many cases, this kind of invitation is her way of letting you know that she's interested in deepening the connection, both emotionally and possibly physically. One of the most intriguing, yet often overlooked, indicators of attraction is pupil dilation. Our bodies have a way of responding to attraction in ways that are entirely out of our control, and pupil dilation is one of those telltale signs. When someone finds another person physically attractive or is feeling a surge of sexual desire, their pupils naturally enlarge. This response is an involuntary one, governed by the autonomic nervous system, which handles all of the body's instinctive, unconscious functions. It's often referred to as the love signal, because it's a clear physical reaction that happens when someone is experiencing attraction or arousal. If you find yourself in conversation with a woman, and you notice that her pupils seem to dilate when she looks at you, this is a powerful sign that her body is responding to her attraction toward you. It's not something she can control, and it happens on such a subtle level that most people don't even realize it's happening. But if you're observant, you'll see that this dilation of the pupils is a clear, nonverbal signal of physical attraction. It's a natural, instinctive reaction that tells you she's feeling drawn to you, perhaps even in a sexual way. This involuntary response can be one of the strongest, yet quietest, indicators of her attraction. And then there's the matter of physical proximity, an often overlooked but significant indicator of interest. Physical closeness, especially in social settings, can speak volumes without a word being said. If a woman consistently moves closer to you during the night, it's not a coincidence. Whether she's positioning herself next to you at the bar, sitting closer than necessary, or standing by your side in a crowded room, these actions indicate that she feels comfortable and attracted. Proximity is one of those subtle, yet unmistakable, ways people show they want to be near someone they're interested in. When someone goes out of their way to enter or remain in your personal space, it's usually because they feel comfortable with that closeness. This is often an unconscious action, driven by a desire to be near you physically. She might lean in closer during a conversation, lightly touch your arm while laughing at something you've said, or stand just a little too close when the room is crowded. These small gestures may seem innocuous, but they're powerful indicators of her desire to establish a deeper connection. It's not just about being physically close, it's about the comfort and attraction that comes with that closeness. She's subtly telling you that she enjoys being near you, that she feels a connection, and that she's interested in seeing where that connection might lead. These seemingly small, almost unnoticeable gestures, whether it's staying behind when her friends leave, inviting you back to her place, or unconsciously moving closer to you throughout the night, are all important pieces of the larger puzzle of attraction. By paying attention to these cues, you can gain valuable insight into her feelings and intentions. Attraction isn't always expressed through grand gestures or overt declarations. Often, it's communicated through these subtle actions, these quiet moments where she's telling you she's interested without having to say a word. If you can pick up on these signs and respond thoughtfully, you'll find yourself much more attuned to the dynamics of attraction. It's about being present, observant, and respectful of the signals she's giving. Each glance, touch, and movement can reveal her level of interest, and by recognizing these signs, you can navigate the complexities of attraction with greater confidence and ease. Proximity isn't just about sitting next to someone or being physically close. It's a deeper, more meaningful expression of connection. It's about finding subtle ways to close the emotional gap and build a sense of alignment between the two of you. Maybe she mirrors your movements, like when you take a sip of your drink, and she does the same, or when she subtly adjusts her posture to face the same direction as you. These small actions are not accidental. They are powerful, nonverbal cues that signal her desire to be in sync with you. When someone mirrors your body language, it's often an unconscious way of expressing connection and comfort. It's as though she's saying, without a single word, "I feel a bond with you," or "I want to be closer to you." The alignment of your movements and her subtle eagerness to maintain physical closeness is a strong indicator of a growing connection and an openness to take things to a deeper level. It's these small, unspoken signals that reveal more about someone's feelings than words ever could. From the frequent touches, whether it's a brush of the hand or a light tap on the arm, to lingering eye contact that lasts a little longer than necessary, these are all ways in which attraction is communicated. Even the decision to stay behind when others have left, choosing to spend more time with you, speaks volumes about her interest in taking the relationship beyond surface-level conversation. The beauty of attraction often lies in actions and body language rather than what is said. If you learn to pay close attention to these cues, you'll start to notice that they're everywhere. The next time you find yourself in a situation where you sense a connection might be developing, take a moment to really observe her behavior. Look beyond the words she's saying and focus on how she's saying them, her gestures, the tone of her voice, her body positioning. Notice how she interacts with you when no one else is around, how she seeks closeness or mirrors your actions. Trust your instincts and tune into these subtle signs, and you may find that the connection you've been hoping for has already begun to unfold right in front of you. Often, it's these small, delicate gestures that communicate the deepest level of interest and connection. Let's talk about one of the most powerful indicators of comfort and attraction: genuine laughter. When a woman laughs at your jokes or comments, it's not just about the humor. There's much more going on beneath the surface. Genuine laughter is one of the most emotionally revealing forms of communication. It's a deep, instinctive response that shows she feels comfortable around you, engaged in the moment, and possibly even drawn to you. Laughter, especially when it's spontaneous and natural, is a signal that she's letting her guard down and is feeling safe enough to be herself in your presence. This type of laughter is more than just an appreciation for your sense of humor. It's a reflection of the emotional connection she's starting to feel. Humor has an incredible ability to build bridges between people, creating a shared space where both of you can relax, connect, and enjoy each other's company. When a woman laughs genuinely, it's like her subconscious is telling you, "I enjoy being around you," or "I feel good in your presence." Laughter fosters an atmosphere of warmth and positivity, helping both of you feel more at ease. It can transform a casual interaction into something much more meaningful because it signals that she's not just entertained, she's emotionally engaged. This type of connection through laughter works on a deeper level than just making someone smile. It allows the two of you to form a bond that is built on shared joy and mutual enjoyment. When a woman laughs sincerely, it's one of the clearest signs that she appreciates your presence and may be open to forming a closer connection with you. Laughter acts as an emotional bridge, bringing two people together in a way that feels light, positive, and inviting. In social interactions, laughter isn't just about what's funny, it's about what's meaningful between two people. It breaks down barriers, encourages openness, and often leads to a deeper emotional bond. When you experience these moments of genuine laughter with someone, it's a good indication that the relationship has potential for more than just casual conversation. Humor, in this context, becomes a form of emotional connection, a way to express that she feels comfortable enough to let you see her in a more relaxed, unguarded state. This kind of openness is a strong sign that she values your company and is interested in deepening the connection. But laughter is just one part of the picture. Physical contact is another profound way people communicate feelings, and when she's the one initiating it, it's an even stronger signal of interest. Touch is a universal language of affection, and when a woman lightly touches your arm, hand, or shoulder during a conversation, it often means she's trying to bridge the gap between the two of you. Whether it's a gentle tap on the arm to emphasize a point, a playful nudge, or holding your hand during a moment of closeness, these gestures indicate that she's feeling drawn to you physically and emotionally. Touching is a way for her to say, "I'm comfortable with you," and "I want to be closer to you." It's one of those unspoken signals that builds a deeper connection, often without either of you realizing how significant it is in the moment. Let's not forget the importance of curiosity. When someone is genuinely interested in you, they won't just stick to surface-level small talk. They'll ask questions about your life, your passions, your dreams, and your experiences. If she's consistently diving into conversations about who you are, asking follow-up questions, and remembering details about your stories, it's because she wants to know more than just the basics. She's investing time and energy in uncovering what makes you unique, showing that she values your thoughts, your history, and your perspective. This kind of curiosity is a clear sign that she's interested in building a deeper, more meaningful connection with you. She's not just looking for casual interaction, she's digging deeper because she wants to see the real you. The effort she puts into understanding who you are is a strong indicator that she sees potential for something more lasting and significant. One of the most revealing signs of trust and emotional connection is when a woman opens up about her personal life. When she shares her own stories, particularly those that are intimate or emotional, it's a sign she feels safe with you. Sharing personal experiences requires vulnerability, and it's not something people do lightly. If she's talking about her struggles, her childhood, her fears, or her hopes, she's showing that she trusts you enough to expose parts of herself that she might not share with just anyone. This level of openness is often a big step toward forming a deeper bond, as it indicates she's comfortable being emotionally naked with you. It shows that she's not afraid of judgment and that she wants you to understand her on a more intimate level. The more she shares, the stronger your connection will grow, and it's a clear signal that she's interested in building something meaningful. Then there's the effort to keep the conversation flowing. If she's doing her best to avoid awkward silences, finding ways to keep the dialogue interesting, and asking thoughtful questions, it means she's enjoying your company and doesn't want the interaction to end. This might seem like a small detail, but it speaks volumes about her desire to prolong the time spent with you. A woman who's interested in you will go the extra mile to keep things engaging, fun, and lively. She'll put in the work to ensure that you're both having a good time, and she'll try to maintain that connection as long as possible. When she puts in that effort, it shows she values your presence and is willing to invest in interaction, which in turn creates an environment that fosters closeness and intimacy. This act of keeping the conversation alive is often a strong indicator that she's not only interested in the moment, but in the possibility of something more. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment number 3 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. Now, if you've made it this far, I'd love to hear your thoughts on these signs and tips. Have you noticed any of these in your interactions? Or maybe you've experienced something similar? Drop a comment below to share your experiences or ask any questions you might have. We're here to help you navigate these subtle, yet powerful aspects of human connection. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel so you never miss any future content. The more you engage with us, the more tailored content we can provide to help you in your journey toward understanding attraction and building meaningful relationships. We look forward to hearing from you, and we'll see you in the next video. It's essential to understand that these little gestures, whether it's laughter, touch, curiosity, or conversation, are all part of the complex web of nonverbal communication. Often, we get so focused on words that we forget how much can be said without speaking. The truth is, human interaction is filled with subtle signals that can reveal deeper feelings and intentions. By becoming more attuned to these signs, you can improve not just your romantic relationships but all of your social connections. Recognizing the difference between casual behavior and signs of genuine interest allows you to respond more thoughtfully and build stronger, more fulfilling relationships. Men who are able to read and understand the subtle signals women give off often have a unique advantage when it comes to building deeper, more meaningful relationships. Recognizing whether a woman is genuinely interested in you or simply being polite can be the difference between a short-lived, casual interaction and the beginning of something far more significant. The ability to decode these cues can transform the way you navigate social situations, giving you the confidence to engage in meaningful connections while avoiding misunderstandings. Yet, it's not just about knowing the signs, it's about interpreting them with respect, empathy, and a genuine understanding of the other person's comfort level. When you learn to pick up on these signals, it becomes easier to gauge how the other person feels, allowing you to adjust your own behavior accordingly. However, it's important to remember that while these signs can provide valuable clues, they are not a definitive roadmap to someone's feelings. Every person is different. What might be a sign of interest for one woman could simply be friendliness for another. Human behavior is complex, and that's why it's so crucial to be patient and observant. The key is to remain respectful, considerate, and aware that not every gesture or look is an invitation for something deeper. Instead of jumping to conclusions based on one or two signals, look for patterns of behavior that suggest a consistent level of interest. Respect and empathy are the foundation of any meaningful connection. Even if you start to notice signs that she may be attracted to you, it's essential to approach the situation with care and never assume too much too soon. Just because a woman smiles at you or laughs at your jokes doesn't necessarily mean she's ready to take things to a romantic level. The most important thing you can do is give her space to express herself in her own time. Forcing a situation or pushing for something more before she's ready will only create discomfort and potentially ruin the connection you're trying to build. The beauty of relationships, whether romantic or platonic, lies in their organic growth. Allow them to unfold naturally, and let mutual interest develop without pressure. Another crucial aspect of connecting with others, which many people often overlook, is the signals you send out yourself. While it's easy to focus on reading her body language or interpreting her responses, you must also be aware of how you come across. Your own body language, tone of voice, and demeanor play a huge role in how someone perceives you. Are you showing confidence, respect, and genuine interest? Or are you coming off as uncertain or overly forward? How you present yourself can have a significant impact on the dynamic of the interaction. If you want to build a meaningful connection, you need to be just as mindful of the signals you're emitting as you are of those you're receiving. Confidence is one of the most attractive traits in any social interaction. This doesn't mean arrogance or dominance, but rather a calm, self-assured presence that shows you are comfortable in your own skin. When a man exudes quiet confidence, it puts the other person at ease, creating a sense of security and trust. Being self-assured doesn't mean controlling the conversation or trying to impress. It means listening actively, being respectful, and showing that you value the other person's thoughts and feelings. Confidence, paired with authenticity, is a powerful combination that naturally draws people in. Your intentions matter as well. If you approach an interaction with a genuine desire to get to know her as a person, rather than merely seeking a romantic or physical connection, that authenticity will shine through. People are drawn to those who are genuinely interested in who they are, rather than those who are simply looking to gain something from the interaction. So, be open, be curious, and most importantly, be sincere in your conversations. Authenticity breeds trust, and trust is the foundation of any strong relationship. Moreover, it's important to be patient. Relationships, especially meaningful ones, take time to develop. If you're truly interested in someone, you'll be willing to let things unfold at a pace that feels comfortable for both of you. This doesn't mean holding back your feelings or pretending to be indifferent, but rather allowing the connection to deepen naturally. Rushing things or trying to force a certain outcome often leads to disappointment or miscommunication. On the other hand, patience shows maturity and respect, two qualities that are essential in any lasting relationship. It's also essential to remember that human communication is far more than just verbal exchanges. We communicate so much through body language, facial expressions, tone of voice, and even silence. Becoming attuned to these subtle forms of communication can give you a much clearer picture of how someone is feeling. Pay attention to how she reacts, not just to what you say, but also to how you say it. Does she lean in when you're speaking, or does she maintain physical distance? Does her voice soften when she's talking to you? These small, nonverbal cues can reveal a lot about her level of comfort and interest. At the same time, make sure that your own body language is open and approachable. Avoid crossing your arms or appearing closed off, as this can send the wrong message. Instead, maintain eye contact, smile warmly, and use gestures that show you're engaged in the conversation. By being aware of your own nonverbal communication, you can create an inviting space where the other person feels comfortable opening up. In summary, being attuned to these subtle details, both in her behavior and in your own, can help you connect more deeply with the people around you. Building strong, meaningful relationships requires patience, respect, and a willingness to observe the unspoken cues that often go unnoticed. It's about creating a space where both of you feel comfortable, understood, and appreciated. The next time you find yourself in a similar situation, remember these tips and apply them naturally, without forcing anything. The key to successful relationships is balance, knowing when to take a step forward and when to give space. And there you have it. We've explored the subtle yet powerful signals of attraction that many of us often overlook. Now, it's your turn. What have you learned so far from this video? Take a moment to reflect and comment below on one thing you've discovered and plan to bring into practice in your own life. Your thoughts could inspire someone else in the community, so don't hesitate to share. If you like this video, please leave your comment below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Your support helps us create more content like this to help you build meaningful connections and navigate the complexities of human relationships. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.